green sea turtle. Its scientific name is Chelonia mydas. It belongs to the animal kingdom, turtles rank. It has a green body. It has a shell that can hide in. Its eyes tear up when it lays its eggs. It lives in the oceans and goes ashore. Sometimes it's noticed in a state of rest, covered by the sun from all sides. It belongs to its mothers. As it returns to the beach where its mother left it, it's the green sea turtle. What is its life cycle? And the wonders to which it belongs. This is what we are approaching between sandy beaches and oceans to watch closely. The aquatic turtles. The female green sea turtles mature to be able to reproduce and enter a new stage that is known as the cycle of estrus, which lasts for weeks, and often occurs to the female green turtle once a year. Then, she gets in touch with the males, and that's after its organs have matured and become able to produce eggs. On the other hand, the turtle is known for its ability to reproduce asexually, as she did not have a husband and had already fertilized herself by laying her eggs. But it often produces sexually. The male becomes able to locate the adult females during the mating season as its strong sense of smell detects the chemical signals that females release, which are called pheromones. Then, they swim together in the water horizontally, sticking to his female, and his long claws were intertwined in the body of his female to cause her to cut because of the softness of her body after the mating took place. How do mother turtles take care of their young? The female turtle goes to the tropics near the beaches and digs a nest among the warm sand in burrows covered with mud. This takes her about 1 to 3 hours. The female sea turtles lay from 70 to 110 eggs, and the number of turtle eggs varies according to the size of the mother. As the larger it is, the greater the number of eggs. Embryos of green sea turtles remain buried underground for a period of 75 to 200 days. The female turtle nesting stage. She stays with her young in a period called the nesting. This stage is defined as the incubation period of the mother turtle's eggs. Especially, the mother remains crouching around the burrow of her young for fear of predation if they were noticed by the eyes of predatory animals or by their very strong senses. By this stage, the incubation and maternity period of the female turtle ends, that lasted from a period ranging from 50 to 70 days. How do sea turtles hatch? The young turtles make their way to life over a period of 60 days, relying on themselves after their properties become unique. The stage of turtle embryos leaving the egg. They want to get out, as they can make a crack in the eggshell, relying on their temporary teeth, which are called caruncles, in successive attempts by the young, and within 20 minutes, the turtle embryos hatched from the eggs. The features of baby turtles. Young green turtles appear to have slightly contrasting features, as they have a black arm from the top and a white one from the bottom. The first thing that appears from the egg is the head of a small turtle. It appears with very accurate features, where a small mouth, very black round eyes, and with a flabby body. It gradually emerges from the egg in stages, then it reaches a length of 50 millimeters. But it does not go far and stays close to the crust that it came out of, where it feeds on the embryonic sac located in the inner cavity of the egg, which provides the appropriate nutrition after the stage of leaving the egg. At the beginning of the new stage of the turtle, which is called the leaving the nest stage, which is considered a transitional stage in the life of young green turtles, as it mediates the stage between hatching and going out into the water, and it takes a period of 3 days to a week. Abandonment stage of young turtles. By the end of the turtle's first week after hatching, they are able to leave the nest, and their shell was covered with olive-brown color. Their skin appears green, and they are on the cusp of a new stage known as the lost years stage. The reason for this nickname, given by scientists, is the difficulty in determining the habitat and nature of the turtle's life, as it is difficult to track them, and it is also difficult to predict where the young are heading, as they must then find their diet far from the burrow or the eggshell and go out in groups, crawling through the sand, up and out of the burrow, towards the water bodies near the shore and away from the nesting area. At that time, the turtles appear to have been covered in green, as this color appears clearly on the cartilage and fat of green sea turtles, which imprints on them the characteristic of this color by which they are known. Small groups of turtles flow away from the nest and remain in constant movement on the sand, as they have already matured and equipped with traits and characteristics that help them adapt to their environments. The small turtle habitats. Green turtles inhabit coastal waters and are frequently found near the shore, where the temperate and semi-tropical regions, specifically in their habitats in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Turtles are also found in the Indian Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. The sea turtle diet. The diet of young green sea turtles differs from other adults throughout their first life period, feeding on marine organisms, as they are considered carnivores at that time. They eat fish, as well as invertebrates, like a sponge. In addition, the young feed on jellyfish and cancer, because it is a carnivore. By reaching their first year and until the end of their 9th year, the young turtles feed on snails and crabs. And by the days pass and the green turtles approach the end of their 20s, the puberty stage. The female baby green turtle matures at the cusp of 25. Until the age of 35, she becomes able to reproduce. And within weeks, adult female turtles migrate out of the water. The nesting sites. They migrate for thousands of kilometers at a distance of 20 to 40 kilometers on their journey towards an area where they dig a hole in order to lay their eggs. They head to a safe place to hatch their eggs, provided these holes have a number of characteristics. As it is located close to the coast, as well as the availability of plants, it is common for female and male green turtles to mate in a range close to nesting sites, which is often found in India, in addition to its availability in the Maldives, and its parties are spread in more than 80 countries. The reason for this is due to the gestation period of females at a rate of 2 to 5 years, while the mature male turtle migrates to search for his diet, as scientists believe in his constant passion to continue to search for areas through which it renews its energy. And that's after it is fully grown and shows signs of maturity. At that time, he weighs an estimated 700 pounds and has a length of 5 feet. The organs of green turtles in adulthood appear more mature. What are the body parts of a turtle? Then, the turtle's body is divided into 2 parts, the upper part and the bottom. And as the anatomical side of the upper body of the turtle, it is called a carapace, while the lower part is called the plastron. These parts are connected to each other, so after puberty, they look like a bridge. The turtle shell. An adult turtle has a dome on its back, known as a shell. It can partially hide inside it, so that its heads and limbs remain to protrude from it. Turtles cannot hide their whole body in the shell above them. It contains a group of ribs that look like plates that connect to each other and intertwine through the skin. It also contains of bone and cartilage, so it is very flexible. Scientists believe in the composition of mature turtle shells from calcium. Especially, turtles feel their shell when they walk in the wild because of the nerves it contains. This makes it feel the approaching insects. Studies indicate the ability of the green turtle to grow again and renew one of its limbs if it is exposed to any emergency. This is due to its unique composition, as it consists of living materials. Turtles have multiple abilities. Its unique behavior emerges as it comes out of the water to enjoy the sunshine. It appears accompanied by seals, sometimes. The shell on top protects it during the relaxation period. How strong is the turtle's shell, and what are its most prominent characteristics? Especially, the shell of the sea turtle is weak and fragile compared to other species of turtle, which have very strong shells. However, it is a protective shield for it, protecting it from predation. As for its morphological features, it may take an oval shape and may look like a dome upon puberty, as it appears specifically in the adult female turtle, and it may appear in the form of a heart, as it appears like this whenever the turtle approaches the stage of adulthood. Turtle's inner shells. The turtle has a layer located under the belly and appears in the form of scales complementary to the formation of shells called plastron, which means the protector, whereas the backbone of a mature turtle located and the ribs also protrude in that lower area of the turtles, but they are not flexible enough, so they protrude during swimming in the water covered with plates known as scutes or scales, which is characterized by its hardness, and it is the form of support located on the underside of the turtle's shell. And it is not only shells that distinguish turtles, but their flippers play a vital role in their life, starting with them as soon as they mature, and with their first step in the sand till their first steps on the beach. The green turtle flippers. The turtle has 3 flippers, divided into 3. 2 flippers are located in the front and 1 in the back. They are called limbs, and each of them has a role. The front limbs of turtles resemble paddles, with flippers protruding from them, helping them to move in a figure-8 pattern, despite their weak formation. While the importance of the hind flippers lies in their role as a rudder for a turtle, it helps to direct and control movement, especially while swimming. This is not the only feature of the flippers, but the marine sciences specialist Jessica Foggy pointed out in a study she conducted on the role of the green sea turtle's flippers in devouring their prey, as well as the role of the back flippers of adult female turtles in digging burrows during the nesting period to receive their young. Especially, green turtles have a number of characteristics that ensure they adapt to their habitats. The green turtle swimming ability. The turtle can dive to more than 3,000 feet below the surface of the Earth. Now, you can count from 1 to 7, which is how long the green turtle can hold its breath underwater. This happens during sleep, while turtles stay underwater in a state of motion for between 4 to 5 minutes. And immediately, they climb to the surface of the water to take their breath. The mature turtle eyes. It is not only swimming and breathing abilities that distinguish mature turtles, but also a number of anatomical features, including visual acuity, smell, and hearing, seem to be traits that maintain their continuity of survival as well as ensure their adaptation to their habitats. Especially, the green turtle has eyes that help it see clearly under the surface of the water, so it breaks down crying, and the tears of the females fall while laying their eggs in the burrows because of their secreted appendages that preserve eye moisture. Then, it gets rid of the salts drank from the seawater, depending on the eye glands and their secretions. The strength of turtle senses. As for the strength of the turtle's senses of touch and smell, it is no less than the power of the sight sense. The turtle's sense of touch. As for the touch sense, it is very sensitive. Turtles can sense anything, even a simple thing, on their flippers or shells. Scientifically, the reason for this is due to keratin, which coats and protects snails, as well as the nerves extending inside it, which gives it a great sensitivity. It is more present in the nerve endings, as it becomes weaker as it moves towards the bones, in addition to the roles of the green turtle's skin, which is very sensitive and makes them feel the simplest movements around them, especially if they are touched by objects. The turtle's sense of smell. The green turtles rely on their sense of smell to locate their ancient nests. Females crawl with their very short tails towards the shore. Bumps emerge near the chin area of adult turtles. Inside have nerves, which allow them to identify smells and are considered a protective shield for turtles from the clutches of predation. The hearing sense. Despite the weak role of the hearing sense, but it picks up the frequencies under the sea's surface, as well as the changes in its surroundings. That protects it if predators approach its area, alerting it to the need to flee. The adult turtle diet. The diet of green turtles varies after maturity. They feed on seaweed and algae. In particular, it is considered one of the herbivorous marine organisms, so it is found near coral reefs to ensure that it obtains its diet. Green turtles have taste buds on their tongue that allow them to determine the nature of their prey and whether they are poisonous or not. The green turtle's lifespan. The green turtles are long-lived marine organisms that live from 70 years to 100 years or more. Are green sea turtles endangered? Despite this, it was included on the list of endangered animals. The scientists realized their decreasing numbers, which ranged from 85,000 to 90,000 turtles in the wild, which prompted the World Wildlife Fund, WWF, to identify several reasons made the green turtle endangered, including turtles losing of their nesting habitats, in addition to hunting their eggs, as well as chasing adults of green turtles, which weakens their growth rates. Not only are predators chasing them, but they fall into the nets of fishing gear, and turtles suffer from drowning when they meet them, which makes the rates of loss among the ranks of green sea turtles extremely high. And these are not only the reasons. However, human greed has affected the life and survival of sea turtles, as some aim to obtain their meat and eggs, in addition to the role of boats as one of the major threats facing green turtles. While their numbers are greatly decreasing with predation from the seagull, do green turtles, with their distinctive color and peaceful nature, enjoy a life free from human pursuits and harassment? Or will their numbers continue to decrease until extinction, and don't enjoy the sunshine that you prefer on the sandy beaches?